Before you take the plunge into the real estate market, it's always good to prepare and position yourself before committing to a 30-year mortgage loan. Today, Clark County Credit Union's senior mortgage officer, Ryan Lopez, is joining us to talk about some tips to position yourself for buying a home. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So let's dive into a topic right away that comes up very quickly when buying a home: credit scores. Can you tell us what the credit score requirement is for a mortgage loan?
Sure. Credit scores are a big part of the mortgage loan process, of course, because they basically are a summary of your entire credit history. So that's what the lender's going to use to determine, what might be the best loan for your scenario, what the interest rate might be, how much you can be pre-approved for, all those kind of things. So when it comes to the different loans that are available, each of them have their own minimum credit score requirements. So FHA and VA tend to go down to about a 580 FICO score. Conventional loans tend to go to about a 620 FICO score. And the trick there is that just because you meet the minimum FICO score requirement doesn't mean that the lender doesn't have other items that they're going to look over to make sure you can qualify for the loan.
Yeah, so you're saying a lot of times, the score is important, but there's a lot of other things that they're looking at, right?
Correct.
So the next step is showing you can afford the mortgage payment, right? That's crucial. So what counts as income when we're trying to qualify for a mortgage?
So this is fun because income can be a little bit questionable. We look at income a little bit different than the general public does. So we normally want a 2-year history of employment. It doesn't always have to be with the same employer. They usually want you to be in the same line of work. And it's important to remember that if you've had any education or certification, that counts as that 2-year employment history. So if you were a nurse in nursing school and now you're nursing, but you've only been doing it for a year, we'll count all the schooling as part of that employment history. Now, there's all sorts of incomes that we'll use. There's your base hourly, your base salary income. There's commission, there's bonus income, retirement income, self-employment, and we calculate all those differently. We have different rules for how we handle the calculation for those loans. So normally, if you're thinking about buying a house in a year or two, you'll want to get together with a loan officer ahead of time so they can look at your income and tell you what you need. It can just vary from loan officer to loan officer, but once we have that, we can determine what your debt to income ratio might be, and that tells us about your ability to repay and how much home you can afford.
Right. Now, can you receive financial help from family to pay for like closing costs or something like down payment expenses?
Yes, yeah, it's definitely allowed. You have to remember that this has rules to it too. You don't want to just get a cash gift from a family member because the underwriter is going to question, where that came from. Did it come from your family member? Was it a loan? So traditionally, we'll want to verify, the transfer of the funds either electronically or with a check. We'll want a statement from the donor's account, the family member's account that's giving you the funds. And there's a form letter that we'll give you. It's called a gift letter. And it's basically just going to say that this is a gift and not a loan that requires repayment.
Got it. Now, how long does the pre-approval process take? When someone's ready to buy a home, what does that process look like? How long does it take? How can we schedule a pre-approval consultation? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Definitely. Yeah, you can definitely schedule a pre-approval consultation. The process itself takes about 7 to 10 days, just depending on your particular scenario. The biggest thing that holds us up is that we'll need to get all your documentation. So if you are thinking about doing that, I'd say start gathering your documentation now, your pay stubs, your W-2s, your tax returns, so that we'll have that ready to look over. And then from there, if you have any questions or anything else, you can contact me or one of the other loan officers at Clark County Credit Union, of course. The direct number there is 702-228-2228, or you can go online to ccculv.org.
Wonderful. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us this morning and giving us those tips. A lot of people are looking to get their dream homes, and this is really helpful.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.